Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start by giving all praises and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Kadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Arkim doing this work in sincerity and in truth. My name's Marv Kwan, once again coming back at you with another quick video. This video is regarding the Brexit issue. Once again, just a news update. This is from theguardian.com. The title, Brexit, Johnson poised to end talks after call with Merkel ends in deadlock, live news. Alright, as we scroll down and read into the article, it says Boris Johnson is poised to give up on Brexit deal talks with the EU after speaking to the German Chancellor Angela Merkel with a number 10 source briefing that an agreement looked essentially impossible. Not just now, but ever. Alright, and pretty much the EU's been long done, showed their stance regarding deal talks, and it hasn't changed since Theresa May. Alright, she took an L, and Boris Johnson's no different in that respect, able to change the deal talks. It has been spoken of, as we read in this article, that was pretty much Boris Johnson's plan all along, which was to go ahead with a no deal, with the illusion of seeking one. Let's look at this if I can find it. Yes, here we go. Labour accuses number 10 of trying to sabotage Brexit talks. It says Secretary has accused number 10 of trying to sabotage the Brexit talks, commenting on the briefing coming out of Downing Street about Boris Johnson's call with Angela Merkel this morning. It said this is yet another cynical attempt by number 10 to sabotage the negotiations. Boris Johnson will never take responsibility for his own failure to put forward a credible deal. His strategy from day one has been for a no-deal Brexit. Alright, so that's the one of the speculations put forward, is that Boris Johnson was never gonna go for a deal, or never had any real intent to get a deal, that the plan was always to go for a no deal. Now, moving on from here, that pretty much spells out doom and gloom and uncertainty, and we can identify that by when we go to this next article, which is titled "What is a no-deal Brexit? The consequences of the UK leaving EU without a deal." Alright, so when I go down to what is a no-deal Brexit, it says a no-deal Brexit does what it says on the tin. It means the UK and the EU has been unable to reach a withdrawal agreement. If this is the case, it means there will be no 21-month transition period. Consequently, consumers, businesses and public bodies would have to respond immediately to change as a result of leaving the EU, in which that will create very much a lot of patchwork and confusion in terms of the direction of predicting how their businesses would cope under these changes. It says the UK would leave the EU and everything associated with that would come to an end. According to Dr. Usherwood, a reader in politics at the University of Surrey, a no deal doesn't stop the UK leaving, but it means there is absolutely no clarity about what happens. Alright, like I said, uncertainty, civil unrest. Whilst it is a possibility, in reality neither the UK nor the EU would favour a no deal because it signals a poor political relationship, he adds. Alright, let's look at the next part. It says, so what would actually happen with no deal? It says trade. The UK would revert to World Trade Organization rules on trade, while Britain no longer would be bound by EU rules. it would have to face the its external tariffs, increasing taxing, you know, price raises, no more price cuts, so expensive purchases. By the time it gets to the consumer, the price of imported goods in shops for Britons could go up as a result. There you go. Some British-made products may be rejected by the EU as new authorizations certification might be required. There you go, people losing their businesses. And that's already happening, even with these commercial businesses, high street retailers. They're going down. So that should, you know, give you a sign, or it's an omen of things to come. Thousands of people losing their jobs. It says the UK would be free to set its own controls on immigration by EU nationals. There you go. That will create a racial divide, and the bloc could do the same for Britons. Could be long, so the holidays are going to be suspended, boy, because pretty much tourism, there's going to be a salty taste in everyone's mouth. Alright, but that's just a few to mention. You know, you can find this article on inews.co.uk. Just type in this title and it'll come up, man. So pretty much a lot of people are invested, especially you Jakes out here. A lot, you put a lot of trust in ESO's system, and you know, made your life here, so to speak, and are content with the ways things are. But you know, the Lord is returning, man, and all this finding yourself to be in good case in second Esdras, you're gonna really find that things are gonna be turned upside down the way you see it. Anyway, this is Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children. It's talking about you Israelites out there, you so-called West Indians, you know, and so-called African Americans, Hispanics and Native Americans, and so forth. Saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Yeah, so they basically in the world, and they attach themselves to the customs and ways of the people, in which the customs and ways of the people is witchcraft and idolatry, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. Thank you, darling. Cheers. Thank you. To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So pretty much everyone's trusting in the ways of Esau and the ordinance of what is current. But all that's going to lead to is their confusion, and we're seeing that despair and confusion becoming worse. Everyone trusted in America, the system. Everyone trusted in Britain and the United Kingdom, and you can see that system crashing, and it's not going to work, especially for the poor. Now, and that's you Jakes out there, man. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Alright, so you people are going to have that uncertainty, especially right now in the UK, and pretty much everyone's going to be leaving. There's going to be a diaspora, if you will, of people leaving the UK because of uncertainty, even British nationals. Alright, scripture says, if Satan be divided against Satan, how shall he stand? Well, these Edomites, they're divided right now, man. So you can see this is a sign of Esau's system crashing, man, and the end of one and the beginning of another, which is the righteous rulership headed by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright, the kingdom's coming, man, so keep eyes on the news. And with that, to the next video, I'm going to say shalom.